everybody, and welcome to another Sean Sense. It's just my honor to have former WCW champion, Mr. David Arquette. How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Hey, let's do shake hands, man.
Yeah.
Man,
Too
sweet. I know, I saw you at Church in Hollywood. I was like, look behind me like, is that David Arquette?
Yeah.
How'd you enjoy those tapings, man?
I loved it. I love what Hollywood Wrestling's doing. It was fun.
Do you like the WCW feel they have? This feels like WCW Saturday Night right there.
Yeah, I do. There's something that reminds me of old school wrestling about it. You know?
And Marquez says that he wants shows that you could watch and just not know what year it is.
Yeah.
So if you watch Hollywood 2012, it looks like now.
Right, totally.
What matches impressed you? What matches stood out to you? Who impressed you?
I'm so bad about this stuff, but I just got back from Santino Brothers.
Oh, we love Santino Bros. I've interviewed almost every Santino Bro. It's supposed to be a tradition for Santino's guys to be on my show. So
cool.
They're awesome guys.
I trained with Bateman today.
Oh, Bateman's the goddamn man. He's
awesome.
multi guest on the show. He's awesome.
Yeah, I loved him. I loved him at that show, and Peter Avalon is my main trainer.
Professional Peter Avalon, man.
Yes.
His birthday party is tomorrow night,
man.
man.
I'm gonna go. You going?
Yeah, I'm going, man. I got
this.
Real Kind Med's got a table over there. We're gonna sell some merch and stuff.
Nice.
Human Tornado have photo ops with him.
Nice. Yeah.
And if you want to take a photo with me, you can. But we got Human Tornado. So yeah. I don't want to be all about me, but that's all. You getting back in the wrestling now. I know people talk about you like in that negative sense, but now you want to make it positive out here now. That's what we hear about. The shop is all about positive. We don't put negative and fuck negative. We want positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I understand why people got upset. You know, I didn't pay my dues, and and I'm barely paying my dues now. But at least I'm starting from the bottom and figuring out real traditional wrestling and learning some of the history of it. And meeting the fans, the real, true wrestling fans.
The fat guys in hot tubs. Get these hot tubs, man. You're a brave soul.
It's good.
Some people hear hot tubs like, I don't want getting into the fat man.
No.
Yeah, watch out for that fat man. Yeah, man.
Have you ever considered being a manager?
Oh yeah, I love the business. I really like doing interviews. I've just been doing interviews myself for over 6-7 years, man.
That's great.
I've interviewed like Kevin Owens, Kalisto, when they were in PWG. So I've loved SoCal wrestling. What do you think about the scene around here? Like, you've seen a couple shows. What do you think about the fans?
Awesome, man. The fans are my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, just talking to them, and usually even if somebody's like a little pissed off about what happened in WCW, once they get to know me, they're like, oh, he's cool. You know what I mean?
Your first foray back into it was Lucha Underground. Season 2, you came around and talked to people. How was that, man?
Yeah, I was talking to them back then about doing something, but they approached me about doing some character.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm an actor, so I can't really read anyone else's line. You know what I mean? If I was myself, I could be myself. So I do love what they do at Lucha Underground. So I'm totally open to maybe doing something fun in the future with them.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of build up to it, and I wasn't ready.
Yeah. So what made you want to get in the ring? Why do you choose Peter Avalon as a trainer?
Well, Matt Fidget, the Dirty Rook.
This guy? Oh man, that's one of my favorite. Matt Fidget, Dave Vick. I know you've been getting one to war with these guys.
Yeah.
I watched that show on High Spots Network. You can watch it. Vegas, Bob Drivers. The show was about over, but it wasn't over when you came in the ring. And I love the besties. Davey Vega has something wrong with him. He needs to listen to that Fidget more, not Scarlett Bordeaux, who's shaking his ass for him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
It's
all good. It's all stuff.
He doesn't listen to Matt.
Yeah, man. They have the tag team titles. They should be defending the titles. Focus on the titles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about talking about Fidget.
So he just has been. Apparently, the story goes that he was an 11-year-old kid watching WCW, and when I won the championship, he was like so angry, and he wanted to wrestle starting like from around then, and he was like, "I'm gonna bring honor back to that belt." So the belt. I don't know, WWE buried it or something, but he still wants revenge. So he's been hounding me on Twitter for 3 years. And, I saw him during WrestleMania. He was in town and I was in town. So, we talked for a second about maybe doing something. So we're going to work something out at some point. And I don't know if it'll be with the besties or not, because I've also got another feud going on with RJ City.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Tell us about that.
Yeah.
I've heard the name. I haven't seen wrestle much.
You haven't?
I'm not familiar with that area of the world.
If you're not familiar with B. Arthur or all these, he's like totally in love with 70s comedians. Carol Burnett and B. Arthur. He loves singing show tunes.
Oh,
it's like very strange. He does all sort of old style wrestling.
That's cool.
He doesn't understand why wrestlers do things that are so dangerous. But he loves the sort of construction of a match, and he loves the sort of history behind it. He loves wrestling, but he's very arrogant. He's an arrogant heel, pretty boy, little effeminate. But he does like a B. Arthur knee or something where he pulls it down and he's got a picture of B. Arthur.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen this on the Twitter.
Yeah, and he does coffee in his underwear. I did that with him during WrestleMania as well, because he was down there, and that was cool. So I've been talking to these two guys and talking stuff, and also the Human Tornado.
Yeah,
I was supposed to do the Gathering.
Yeah, the guy from the Juggalos.
Yeah, but I have this movie come up, so I can't really push that. I don't have control of it, but if it gets pushed, I would love to do that.
He's on his retirement tour now.
No kidding?
Yeah, his back is messed up, so he only has a few matches left in him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's former PWG World Champion. He's been one of the guys that could have been a bigger star, but stuff happened. But yeah. What's your favorite style? What are your favorite wrestlers like? What have you been watching like in these years since you were champion?
My main stuff is the old stuff.
The old stuff.
I still like watching the old stuff, and I'm like a real old guy, so I was like Macho Man was my favorite, Miss Elizabeth, and Andre. I saw those two. There's a picture of me at one of their matches in the crowd, and I don't know. I just loved that whole old style. For some reason, it was just sort of the heyday. It's when I fell in love with it. But now I'm sort of like, I go in and out, and then I sort of got into WCW, and then Ready to Rumble came up. So right before that, I was watching, and I was totally into Sting, and I was into, DDP, and just all the guys sort of during that period. I got to meet all of them, like Hogan and Macho Man.
How was that, man? Being a fan, just meeting those guys.
Oh, it was incredible. There's nothing like going through an airport with Hulk Hogan.
Oh man, that seems insane.
Everybody knows him, and he knows everybody. He'll say, "Hey Kurt, how's your son Mikey doing?" The guy who's like working at the shoe shine place, and he knows him because he's been going through this place for 50 years. The same airport, Kentucky or something. But so that was really cool. And Macho Man was amazing. He was just always just his flair and his Piper probably getting to know someone. I mean Dallas Page, of course, just because he's such an incredible person. But Piper was just, for a guy that played a heel better than anybody ever, he was in real life one of the nicest people you could ever meet. I mean, just genuine and soulful. When I met him, he died not shortly after, about a year or two later.
And I went to a show after Hollywood. He did appearance, and a month later, he died. It was so tragic, man.
It's so tragic. It's so sad.
I saw his son wrestle. His son's really good. I don't know what happened to his son.
He is?
I know what his son isn't wrestling anymore, but he was. I don't know what happened. He wrestled Rocky Romero. Right. Colt Toombs, his matches were pretty good. He was getting into it, and all of a sudden he just stopped. I think probably his dad dying kind of like soured him on it. But what do you think about the new generation, like this New Japan and like NXT and all these? What do you thoughts on all that?
Great. I mean, I love Ring of Honor. I love the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega's, and just fucking awesome. Probably my favorite new wrestler. Not new, but my favorite current champion. I don't know. That guy's so fucking impressive. And
yeah, Dominion was amazing. That Omega Okada match.
Man. Incredible.
How'd you like Dominion, man?
I like that Jericho went back. You know what I mean?
Jericho Naito, one of the best matches I've ever seen. How is it like wrestling fans? I get together with my friends, 3 a.m. like now New Japan. How do you like that? There's more alternative now. WWE now. There's so many places to go.
Yeah, absolutely. But I like what WWE's doing. I like the New Day. I love the New Day.
Yeah, man, they're on E3 right now doing stuff with Omega. That's pretty cool.
I know, that's really cool. And I like the WWE's sort of like understanding the, you know, the indie scenes, like we're the real, not real wrestling fans, because they're all wrestling fans, but that there's benefit for, you know, involving everyone. You know what I mean? Because you're just sort of like expanding your brand, you're expanding a fan base. You know, some of these fans that they might have lost along the way can come back and be like, all right, you know what I mean? Especially if they bring some of those guys in for matches here and there. I just think it'll shake it up when it's not just, you know, you're waiting for. I'm not saying anything against Brock Lesnar. I think he's incredible. I love that he went to UFC and fought and won there. You know what I mean? It's impressive, but I like that they're giving some of the indies some credit.
And they're loaning guys out too. And he's like, oh no, did the strong style for progress. And they're loaning guys out to do little shows. Adam Cole has been to NXT number 1 champion at Evolve for the live covering, but for future series against Walter. So they're using belts and moving them around. So that's pretty good. And UK tournaments happening. We have a lot of good guys there.
One of my goals is for WWE to bring back that WCW belt. Do something with it. Such an iconic belt.
Yeah.
Just to like, I understand they don't want to do WCW anymore, but why is that belt dead? You know what I mean? Why does it not?
The big gold one, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a classic belt. That's the same belt. Ric Flair. I mean, Ric Flair was so nice to me at one point. He put his arm around me. I was getting a lot of hard time from everyone backstage, and we were at the bar. He put his arm around me. He said, "Listen, fellas, he's one of us." And it was just like the wrestling court and the judge just sort of threw down the gavel. It was such a generous thing for him to do. Because I was having a hard time, man. I was fucking,
I think Great Rumbles looked fondly. Like, as a kid, when it came out, I was like 10, 11, and I rented it. I thought it was fun. Because it was the only wrestling movie we had. Right. And, like, people could critics and trash it all they want. I thought it was a fun movie.
Exactly.
So, how do you think it's been received? Like, now, like, years later, now it's probably a cult classic.
Well, the funny thing is a lot of the people, the fans of wrestling today were young when they saw it.
Yeah.
So then they grew up and they didn't have this sort of, and I get it, like The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, that was it was so serious.
Yeah, serious. And this was a comedy.
Yeah.
So I think it's changed a lot since, people have grown up knowing it. And it has some of the great wrestlers in it,
Yeah, definitely.
It has Macho Man in it. It has.
And we have Jimmy King has like a life of his own on Twitter, like Naked Hall of Fame, all this. Yeah, Hall of Fame pages for it, everything. Yeah, so it's like all on Facebook.
Oh, that's fun. I know. In my wrestling, I think I want to bring like the crown in or do some kind of thing like that to Ready to Rumble.
What are your goals? Like doing training? Are your goals like having 3 matches? What's your goal? And like, I'll just like document everything out.
My goal is to get respect from wrestling fans and to entertain them. You know what I mean? To do it so I don't embarrass myself. To be in the ring and know what I'm doing and put together a great show. And then if it works out, then I'd love to like tour around a little with some of the indies and meet some of the fans. And I love I love meeting fans. What's your favorite fan stories you have from like your days? When I won WCW belt, I would always make sure to bring it out to the fans so they could take pictures with it. When you win it, they give it to you. They're like, "You're in charge of this now." And I'm like, "What do you mean? We have to go to." They said, "Yeah, you're in charge of it. You can't check it."
Oh,
yeah, you have to have it in your carry-on and everything. Yeah, but it also like gets pulled out of any kind of carry-on you're ever gonna put through the thing, and then so then I'd bring it out, and I brought it out one time, I was taking pictures with a fan, and I get hit in the head with like a big dirt clog.
Oh, sure.
And I look up, and it's this little black kid, and he's like, he gives me the finger, he hated me. That was pretty much my favorite fan experience. I mean, I've been spit on, and, horrible things about my ex-wife, and that kind of stuff. But, I don't know, I mostly love, I love watching the history of WrestleMania and seeing Chris Jericho's pictures of when he was a kid and he was a fan, taking pictures with some of his, you know, some of the legends, and then knowing everything that he did when he grew up. So that's the kind of stuff that I love.
It's like when Ryder won the IC belt, you saw him with Scott Hall, a picture of him and Razor Ramon. It's like, it's so cool. Like, these wrestlers, we're fans at one point. I became an interviewer. Like, people love wrestling. They get into how they want to get into it.
Right.
Some people like to treat people differently. Like, oh, you're not getting in the ring. Well, people like wrestling and want to add to it the way they can.
Well, what I was telling them, I was like, listen, you guys don't understand. I'm the first fan that ever became a champion.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, that's not true. We're all fans. I mean, we're all marks and this and that. But I was like, no, but you're also wrestlers. You know, I was not a wrestler.
Yeah.
I didn't know what. I was literally like a fan, and then my dream came true. You know what I mean?
So let's just wrap it up, just social media plugs and everything.
Sure.
So what did you got plug or anything?
Oh, just at David Arquette.
And
That's me.
we have to give me on the show, man, and take realcommentspring.com, Jim in the booth, and your crew and everybody. And thanks for being on the show, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you. So yeah, we're doing a documentary since I'm sort of going back in the ring. These guys are with a company called Riot.
Oh, okay, cool.
They do amazing stuff. They did Kobe Bryant's time.
Oh, nice, man.
Academy Award for shit like that. Right? You guys did it, right?
And now they're Bellflower Flamingo Hot Tub.
Yeah, here we are.
Bellflower. On.
What do I do?
You on?
Hello. Bend on them like this?
Yeah. Be sensual.
Oh.
Be sensual.
Take the pictures, Alex. You're the champ.
We do the Zandig. You know the Zandig? This.
Do you have a big gold belt?
There.
I